Frequentist and Bayesian are the two main approaches A/B testing tools use to crunch results. One uses a fixed predetermined sample size and p-values, the other gives probabilities like there is an 85% chance this version is better. Which should you trust? It depends on your traffic test design and the level of risk you're willing to take. This video explains both approaches, their trade-offs, and the rules expert conversion rate optimizers actually use when choosing between them. Hi, I'm Kamel and welcome back to the Convert YouTube channel, where we talk all things CRO and experimentation. Frequentist statistics cover the randomized controlled trial RCT world, and we're the first stats methodology used in A/B testing. They rely on fixed sample sizes, predefined significance thresholds, and error control across repeated experiments. Imagine you're testing whether raising a product price from $9.99 to $11.99 increases revenue per visitor. A classic fixed horizon frequentist design sets the sample size in advance during test prep via power calculations. To do that, it defines a minimal detectable effect MDE, chooses a desired maximum p-value and power value to be achieved. When the test completes, you get a p-value and confidence interval that tell you whether the new price is truly lifting revenue and how certain you can be of that lift over the long run. That structure is what makes frequentist statistics powerful. The strength of the framework doesn't mean that it's foolproof. You have p-hacking and peaking. Examining results early and stopping when significance is reached inflates false positives. When you choose sequential frequentists in Convert, use asymptotic confidence sequences, ACS, which provide any-time valid confidence intervals and maintain error control under continuous monitoring. This reduces the risk of false positives due to peaking. Misinterpreting p-values. A p-value is not the probability the null is true. It's about how consistent your data is with the null, not the null itself. Underpowered tests. Too little traffic leads to missed effects, such as type 2 errors. One industry analysis of 1001 A/B tests estimated 70% of A/B tests are underpowered. Significance does not mean act. A result that clears the 0.05 threshold doesn't automatically justify rollout. Business context matters. Frequentist statistics give you rigor, structure, and a clear framework for decision making, but they also demand discipline. Plan tests in advance, collect enough data, and resist the urge to peak. Bayesian statistics are a probabilistic framework for reasoning under uncertainty. Instead of relying only on fixed sample sizes and long-run error rates, they update beliefs as new data comes in. The math comes from Bayes' theorem, but in practice, it's a way of asking, given what I already believe and what I've now observed, how likely is it that this variation is better? Prior probability is what you believe about a variance conversion rate before you run the test, based on history, expert judgment, or a neutral uninformative prior. At Convert, we start Bayesian experiments with uninformed priors, meaning 100% divided by the number of variants. So for two variants, each will have a 50% chance to win at the beginning. It's like a race to figure out which ultimately and provenly performs better. Likelihood or chance to win literally means chance to win. It's very intuitive. Posterior probability combines both and gives you an updated belief, expressed as something intuitive like there's a 92% chance variant B is better than control. Imagine you're evaluating whether a new cafe is good. Before looking at reviews, you start with no strong opinion, a neutral prior. You then see 946 positive reviews out of 1074. Updating your belief with that data, Bayesian analysis might say there's a 99.8% chance this cafe is good. Applied to websites, this is how Bayesian platforms can tell you the probability that a price change or new checkout flow is better based on the test data plus any priors. Despite its appeal, Bayesian analysis isn't magic. Marketers and testers often trip up in a few areas. Priors are subjective. They need to be chosen and justified, not hidden. If vendors set them without transparency, you may be working with assumptions you didn't agree to. Credible intervals don't equal confidence intervals. They're interpreted differently, but many practitioners mix them up. Not a free pass on stopping rules. Some believe Bayesian testing means you can peak endlessly without consequence. In reality, stopping rules still matter. Complexity under the hood. Many Bayesian models require computationally heavy methods. Some testing platforms simplify this, but at the cost of hiding details from users. Bayesian statistics reframes results in intuitive, probability-based language. That's its strength. But these probabilities rest on assumptions, priors, model choices that you need to understand before you take action. Frequentist and Bayesian methods both analyze A/B test data, but they come from different philosophies of probability. Frequentist approaches see probability as the long-run frequency of events. Bayesian approaches treat it as a degree of belief that updates as new data arrives. There isn't a single right engine for every A/B test. Frequentists offer rigor and error control. Bayesian offers probabilities that are easier to act on and explain. Each shines in different contexts. What matters is choosing upfront, sticking to the rules of that method, and interpreting results honestly. Convert gives you both engines so you can match the model to your business context instead of being boxed in by a vendor's philosophy. To dive deeper into each of these methods and to figure out which method is best for your use case, read Should You Choose Frequentist or Bayesian for Your Website A/B Test by Uwe Musa on the Convert blog.